Medicine.
medicine,
A substance.
medicine. Quay rồi xong lại quên mất quay.
Medicine. A
Medicine.
substance, especially in the form of a liquid or pill, that is a treatment for illness or injury.
Medicine. A substance is badly in the form of liquid or pill such a treatment for illness of injury. Quên đấy, không bật cam.
I've got a fever, so I need to
Fever,
take some medicine.
take the medicine.
Examine.
Examine.
To look at or consider a person or think carefully and
To look and consider a person or think carefully in detail in order to discover something about them.
in detail in order to discover something about them. The research examined the effect
To research, examine
of alcohol on long-term memory.
alcohol on long-term memory.
Vomit.
Vomit.
The content of your stomach
The content of your stomach
has come up through your mouth.
come up through your mouth.
He's been vomiting all night after drinking too much alcohol.
He been vomiting all night. Drink alcohol. Embarrassed.
Terrible,
That is it.
very unpleasant, or serious, or bad.
Very,
My mom was a terrible cook.
very unpleasant or serious or best. My mama were terrible of cook.
Get rid of something or somebody.
Get rid of something or somebody.
To remove something that you don't want any longer, or
Remove something. Or remove something just do you want
to find a
any longer. Or to find a
way to make someone
to make someone
leave because
leave because
you do not
you do not
want the person
want the person
to be with you anymore.
to be with you
We
anymore.
finally got rid of my little sister by telling her
We finally got rid of my little
scary story.
sister.
Walk out of something.
Work out of something.
To leave an event such as
To lead an
a
event
meeting
such as a meeting
or performance because you're unhappy, angry,
or a performance because you are
or
unhappy,
disapprove of something.
angry of something.
All the parents walked out of the meeting.
All the parents walk out of the meeting.
On-call room.
On call room.
If a worker such as a doctor is in the on-call room, he or she
It works as doctor. He on call.
is available to work
Available to work
or make official
or make official
visit at any time
as at any time
when needed.
when need.
She is a doctor, so she often
She a doctor. She a doctor.
works
So she offers
overtime in the
overtime
on-call room
in call room
at the weekend.
at the weekend.
Situation. The set of things that
The set of things
are happening and the condition
just are happening
that exist
and the concept
at a particular
such as
time and place.
a particular time or place.
My sister has a good situation as a teacher in the local school.
Local school. My sister has good situation as a teacher in the local school. Something well.
Something feels terrible because of the seafood.
Something feel terrible because of the seafood.
He vomits many times.
He vomit many times.
He wanted to get rid of the situation, so he called the nurses.
Which of this situation? So
Unfortunately, no one replied to him.
unfortunately, no one replied to him.
Something decides to walk out of the sick room and find a doctor.
Something decided to walk out of the sick room and find a doctor.
He makes his way to the on-call room, but there is no one there.
Way on call room, but there is not one there.
He goes back to his sick room.
He goes back to his sick room.
Luckily, he sees a girl with long black hair.
Luckily, he sees a girl with long black hair.
He looks at her and says, Nurse! Nurse, help me.
He looked at her and
The nurse takes him into the room for a checkup.
the nurse takes him into the room for a checkup.
She says, You can't eat seafood anymore.
She said, You can't eat seafood anymore.
You should eat white rice now.
She should eat rice.
Something eats 10 bowls of rice and takes medicine.
Something eats 10 bowls of rice and
His stomach then gets better.
his stomach and get better.
He sleeps and dreams about Ming Hong.
He lives and dreams about Mỹ Nương. Ngon, ngủ có mơ về Mỹ Nương. Trời ơi, mơ về gái là chết sao vậy?
1. Who felt terrible because of the seafood?
Yeah, I know.
2. Who has something seen?
Something for me.
3. Who has wanted to get rid of the situation? 4. Who has made his way to the on-call room? 5. Who has taken something into the room and examined? 6. The nurse said you can't eat seafood anymore. You have to eat rice now.
No, you can't see food anymore.
7. What has he wanted to get rid of? 8. Where has something decided to walk out?
Walk out.
Who has taken something into the room and examined?
Mỹ Nương.
6. The nurse said you can't eat seafood anymore. You have to eat rice now.
Yeah, she said.
7. What has he wanted to get rid of? Eight. Where has something decided to walk out? 9. Who has decided to find a doctor?
Me no.
10. Where has something gone back to?
Promise.
11. Why has something felt terrible?
He vomit many times.
12. Has something wanted to get rid of Mi-eung? 13. Has Mi-eung taken something into the room for a checkup?
No.
14. Has something looked at the nurse and said, nurse, nurse, help me? 15. Who has eaten 10 bowls of rice and taken medicine? 16. Has Mi-eung vomited many times? 17. Who has slept and dreamt about Mi-eung? 18. What has something eaten? 19. Who has something called? 20. Has something decided to walk out of the sick room and find a teacher?
No. Something did.
21. Who has gone back to his sick room and find a doctor?
Yes.
22. Has Mi-eung felt happy because of the seafood?
No. 10.
23. Who has replied to something?
Something with line. To him. No. Sai rồi. Sao lại sai rồi?